G'day and welcome back to the channel. I want to talk about that video. Everyone seems to be, not everyone, but some of the, I don't know, less informed, more easily led people who watched my video where I used a mini quad to chase a Cessna 152 down the runway. Little less informed people seem to think it was illegal. Oh, it's illegal. So many people said it's illegal. No, it's not illegal. It was totally legal. And I'll tell you why for a number of reasons. We fly here at an airfield. Model flyers here at an airfield. We're allowed to fly at an airfield. We all have to have a special certification recognised by CAA before we can do that, because we know the rules. We know the regulations. We've proven that we are competent to fly. It's a test that involves showing that your physical and your ability to do it, actually fly the thing, as well as your knowledge, your understanding of what's going on, what you can and can't do. So we have a very good appreciation for what we're doing. We've been flying, or there has been model flying in various forms at this airfield for over 20 years, and there's not one single crash of a model into an airplane. So there you go. I think it's conclusively proven. We know what we're doing. And also, if you take me, for example, I'm probably New Zealand's most widely known commercial drone, or professional, should I say, professional drone flyer, professional model flyer, because I get paid through YouTube, through my Patreon supporters. People pay me because of the videos I make. So I guess I am a professional drone flyer. So we had New Zealand's probably most preeminent professional drone flyer flying alongside, not directly behind, but alongside a manned aircraft. And at no stage was I anywhere near close to the manned aircraft. At no stage did my flying constitute any risk whatsoever to the pilot or the aircraft. And if you read the description and read the disclosure at the end, the flight was undertaken with the full awareness, support and agreement of the pilot and the aircraft. So it wasn't like we were sneaking up on someone and maybe surprise them. No, this was done, this was coordinated, this was a piece of flying that was carefully controlled and done in a way that wasn't going to endanger anybody. People are saying, oh yeah, but the media will get a hold of it. They'll get a hold of it and they'll blow it up and say, drone menaces airplane. No. In fact, if the media did run with it, it'd be great, because we could show the world how stupid the media is. As I don't think the media will run with it. The other thing is that people are saying, well, yeah, but it's just feeding the fire of public hate of drones and things. And I say, no, what it's doing is it's diffusing that. What I've shown in that video is that a drone and a manned aircraft can coexist within reasonably close proximity without people dying and without stuff getting broken. Where the myth that drones anywhere near an aircraft are going to cause a disaster, dispelled. Nothing happened. It's proof that the public are being misled in respect to the risks associated with drones. So I'm doing my bit to dismantle the false impression that the media is giving the public in respect to drone operation near aircraft. Okay, so there you go. There was nothing wrong with that. All the people are saying it's against the rules. Quote the rules that were broken. No rules were broken. No regulations were broken. So it's amazing how many armchair experts you get on YouTube when someone sees something and they think it must be illegal. Therefore, I'm going to say it's illegal. I've got no proof. I've got no evidence. I'm just guessing, but I'll state it as a fact. And that's happened through the comments. Look through the comments. It's so common. People have even unsubscribed because of the harm, the damage I'm doing the hobby. Oh dear. Well, I hope the door doesn't hit them on the backside as they leave. Because really, seriously, we need more people who are prepared, not just to, when these, the media criticises us and the regulators come out and whack us with a stick, we need more people who won't just sit in the corner of the room cowering and trembling, but who'll stand up and say, no, I'm sorry, but you people are wrong, and this is why, and this is why, this flight is why they're wrong. No one died. Nothing got damaged. No lives were placed in danger. I'm going to show you another piece of footage here taken also at the Tokoroa airfield. Look at this. Look at this. See that? Now, don't you think that's far more dangerous than what I did? Obviously, someone's flying right behind and very close to an airplane that's, racing down the runway. How the hell did they do that? Wasn't that terribly dangerous? Oh no, it wasn't dangerous because they didn't use a drone. That was obviously done with a helicopter or another fixed-wing aircraft. But hang on a minute. That's got to be more dangerous than what I did for a number of reasons. Firstly, I didn't fly over an active runway. One of the rules is you may not fly a model or drone over an active runway. And if there's an airplane taking off or landing, that's an active runway. So this aircraft was flying over an active runway, which would you think would be more dangerous? But more importantly, For someone to actually take that footage required two people to be hoisted to a lethal height above the ground, and that is the person with the camera and the person flying the helicopter or the aeroplane. That was definitely more dangerous. Anytime you lift people above the ground and propel them forward at such a speed or at such a height that they could die if something goes wrong, that is risky, right? But when you fly a drone over a grassy field, as I did, that's all I did, I flew over a grassy field, there is no danger to anybody. And I had 2 observers for that flight. One person looking through goggles, in case, if my goggles had failed, what would I do? Well, the other guy could have said, okay, you just turn left and put it down. And another person with direct line of sight to the whole flight all the way through. So it was doubling up on the legal requirement. And the other thing is, what if something had gone wrong with my drone? What if my drone what if the radio link had failed? What if, some interference or the receiver had failed? Well, my quads are set up so that if the fail-safe is fall out of the sky straight away. Don't piss around, just fall on the ground. That's the way I set my fail-safes up. And I do that for a very good reason, because if I don't have control, the model shouldn't be in the air. And that's the way I do it. So if I'd lost my radio link for whatever reason, the drone would have fallen straight onto the ground below, which was a grassy field. No, nothing harmed except a few blades of grass. This is what you do with safety planning when you're doing something like this. You don't just bundle it, try something that you're not prepared to investigate all the possibilities and make sure it's safe. And that's why I said don't try this at home, because some people might not know all the details. But I don't think we're going to get, other people said, oh, you're just asking for copycats. Copycats will see what you've done, they'll go and do it themselves and they'll kill somebody. Well, my response to that is, well, hang on a minute. When we see, if you watch a TV cop show in the evening and it shows someone, the motorway patrol or something, someone speeding down the motorway, they get pulled over by a cop, that doesn't encourage other people to speed, does it? And if you see a cop show and the bad guy gets shot, it doesn't encourage people to go out and shoot people, does it? No, really, if someone is so stupid that they're going to see something on YouTube or on television and go, oh, I might try that because it looks really dangerous, then they're going to do it anyway. You can't fix stupid. Stupid is just a thing you have to live with in the world. And if they're going to be that stupid, they'll be stupid whether or not they've seen my videos or cop shows or whatever on television. They're just the stupid people. And we can't fix them. We just have to live with them. So I don't think people are going to copy what I did. For example, most people don't have access to the kind of facilities we have here where they could fly alongside an airfield, because they'd pretty soon be spotted and dealt with by any regulators. The other thing with that thing is I was using a racing quad and I couldn't really keep up with that 152 Cessna. So someone with a Mavic or a Phantom, they're not going to have a show in hell of keeping up with a light aircraft. So why would they try? But there you go. Now, I think it was good that I got all the feedback. I always encourage feedback on my videos. I want to hear from people. And I believe it or not, I actually like it when people disagree with me, when they criticize me, when they challenge me, because those are the points of view that are important. Now, if everyone just says, oh, Bruce, you're a great guy, you're wonderful, you're doing great things for the hobby. Well, maybe it's true, but people say that. I'm not going to learn anything from that, because I already know that. No, not being smart, but it's when people raise issues that I should be thinking about, and I raise and I listen to them. And if they're right, I will say, yep, I was wrong. Geez, I made a mistake there. Sorry, fess up. I won't do that again. But in this case, I didn't make a mistake. I did everything by the book, did right. Far more safely than that footage that I showed you taken by a manned aircraft could ever have got shots of an aircraft on our runway. There you go. So don't do this at home. Don't do any of this stuff unless you really know what you're doing and you have the authority or the approval of the necessary authorities to do it. We don't want to make a whole lot of noise. We don't want to get ourselves in trouble. We want to stay under the radar as much as possible. But sometimes, as in this case, perfectly safe, demonstrated the impracticality of chasing a plane with a Phantom or a Mavic, because they don't fly nearly as fast as my racing drone. And it just, if people wanted to see what it looked like, well, now they can see without having to do it themselves. Right, there you go. That's a lot of the stuff is, I wonder what that would be like. Well, if you go on YouTube and you find something and it shows you, you don't have to do it yourself, do you? Someone's done it, you've seen it, yeah, big deal, not that flash, which is what I think was the video. It wasn't a big deal, it was just a video. There you go. So now you can get on your high horses and your little soapboxes and start criticizing me again. Go in the comments and tell me what you think. Am I being right? Am I wrong? Am I right? Have I justified my actions in making that video? I think I have, but you may disagree, and I'd love to hear from you if you do disagree. So go for it. There you go. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks to my Patreon supporters. Make all these videos possible. Bye for now.